Hey everybody, this is Joey Tuccio from Roadmap Writers, and welcome to the Roadmap Writers Network in conjunction with the Page Awards. So I just wanted to record a quick orientation webinar so everybody knows how to work the network, how to access things, how to access the calendar, which is important. So let's go through it right now. So let me just share my screen so you guys can follow along. Okay, great. So this is when you go to roadmapwriters.net. If you are not already in the network, this is what you're going to see. If you haven't created your profile yet, which you should have because that's the only way you could access this orientation webinar, you would go to new, click here to join, and then just fill out. You would have to create an email address, password. It could be obviously your email address to use for work or personal. Create a password, agree to the terms, just write yes, say I'm not a robot unless you are a robot, and then press sign up, and then follow the prompts. But if you already are a member, then all you have to do is just log in and make sure you do it correctly. And then you'll log in. Okay, great. So what you're gonna do when you log in, it should bring you to this page. This is the home page for the network. You really don't have to worry too much about the home page. Everything you're going to need is going to be in the premium members. So what you're going to do is go to groups, and then you're going to click on premium members for May. So I'm already a part of the group. And it will say premium members for June because it's obviously June. I haven't changed the calendar yet because it's still technically May. But when you guys access the June membership page, it'll be the same exact thing. So just follow those. Just click on premium members for June, and then it'll say right over here, you need to gain access. So if you're not already a member, you have to click here to gain access, which will be around here, and then you'll have another thing will pop up asking you to type a message. You don't have to. You could if you want to. You don't have to, and then just press send request. Everything will be around here, so you don't have to look up and down. Everything will be here, and then I'll get an email saying to add you as a member. So if I don't add you right away, I might just be busy doing something, but I'll add you guys as soon as I can within the day for sure. And then you'll get a notice saying that you're invited, you're able to get in, and all you have to do is just access this group, this page. So again, everything says May. It'll say June by tomorrow. Okay, so what you're going to do to access everything. So this is the calendar. Excuse me. So it says submissions are closed for May. Again, don't worry about that because we're still in May, but it'll say different things in June. So these are the executives that are for May. Again, for June, I'll have different executives. And then this is you can click here to watch their interviews. So I'll probably keep the May one up for half of tomorrow, just so you guys could just kind of look at the interviews for May. But for June, it'll have the different ones. But it'll say the executive's name, where they're from, and then you can watch their interview. Okay, so I just clicked on it, and this is Krista Sipp's interview from Circle of Confusion. Hey everybody, this is Joey Tuccio with and I'm here. Okay, so but you're not going to submit your pitches until around June 11th. So if you don't see a way to submit your pitches, it's because it's not time yet. June 11th is when I will announce how to submit your pitches. So don't worry about that yet. But feel free to take a look at the interviews. Logline analysis. Again, it says deadline to submit loglines has passed for May, but don't worry about that. In June, you'll submit a logline to loglineroadmap@gmail.com by June 6th. So by June 6th, please submit your logline to here. You'll get one analysis, which means you'll submit a logline. We'll send it back with our thoughts, and then and that's it. There's no back and forth. Not like how about this? How about this? Just the one time over. So make sure you submit it by June 6th. Not May 6th, but June 6th. The first Wednesday of every month is when the pitch prep webinar that I host will take place. So this will be June 7th at 6:30 p.m. Let me just double check. Yep, June 7th at 6:30 p.m. Is when this will be. And so for any webinar that we do, so again, these are all for May, so don't worry about the topics. But whenever we have a webinar, anything like that, the virtual meetups, there will be a link provided right underneath it. So right now, where it says click here to watch the pitch prep webinar recording, this will say click here to access the webinar at 6:30 p.m. or whenever the webinar time is. So what you'll do at 6:30 p.m., you'll click on the webinar link, which will be around here. I'll say click here to access it. I posted the day of. So on June 7th is when I will post a link to access the pitch prep webinar, okay? And then you'll just click on it at 6:30 at the time. It'll bring you into the Zoom group, and then you will, and that's how you can access all the webinars, the pitch prep webinar, the other webinars on the weekends, and of course the virtual meetups. So if by tomorrow it'll say the June topics, but over here it'll say the date, the time of the webinar, the topic, and then it won't give you a link because it's not the day of yet. But on the day of the webinars, I click here to watch the recording. Okay, so all the webinars are listed at our site, roadmapwriters.com. You can find the webinars there. The only webinar that is not included is the Jordan Horowitz webinar, who's the producer of La La Land. That is separate. If you want to participate in that, it is an extra cost. But everything else, all the other webinars are included. Okay, so this is a little different from May. In previous months, all the Q&As, which are here, were all written. So basically, this is what it would look like for the written ones. You would type in a question, and then the executive would type back an answer, okay? But you don't have to worry about that because now we're doing virtual meetups. So basically, it'll still say the date, it'll say the time, and then it'll say the executive and where they're from. And the day of, it'll include the Zoom link, where at that time you'll click on it, and then you'll access the page. You'll access the Zoom group. And that's where you'll see the executive live. You could ask some questions live. I'll be on to mediate to make sure everything goes smoothly. Each Q&A session, each virtual meetup is 30 minutes. So definitely try to log in as close to the time as possible. Don't log in at the last minute and have like 30 questions prepared. You really want to jump in at the very beginning. So everybody has an equal opportunity to ask questions. And again, this is all live. It's also recorded. Every class that we do, every webinar we do is live, but we also record it. So I'll record the virtual meetups, and then the day after, we'll post the recording so you guys can see it if you miss it. Okay? Same thing with webinars. It will say click here to access the webinar, and that's when you'll click on it on the day of, on the time of the session. And then 24 hours later, we'll post the recording. So if you miss it and you still want to watch it, which I suggest you do, then you'll go on the next day and you click here to watch the recording. These are all the emails if you have any questions about anything. So anything that Trini is our Director of Education, so any questions about classes, any questions about anything Roadmap Writers Network related, feel free to email me. Again, the biggest question that we get all the time is how do I submit my pitches? I don't see how to submit my pitches. Don't worry about it until June 11th, and I will alert you guys how to access the material submission form that'll have you guys submit your pitches. So what you'll do is on June 11th, you'll submit 3 1- to 2-page written pitches to 3 out of the 5 managers listed. And then you'll submit it by June 15th. And then the executives will review it and we'll get back to you with their thoughts after they review each pitch. So I think that's pretty much about it. I will post this orientation webinar on the site, on the premium members for June page, so you guys could watch it. And that's pretty much about it. But if you have any other questions about anything, let me know. My email, as you probably already know, is joey@roadmapwriters.com. And this is a really exciting network that Roadmap and Paige are putting together. As our emails say, we've had a lot of writers get requests, and it's a great learning experience. So just dive in, ask any questions, don't be shy, and we will talk soon. Thanks so much. Bye.